Well, hello everybody, it's Kelly Holland from Divinity Designs. So glad you're joining us today for our first Christmas crafting party 2020. I hope you have been getting a lot of inspiration from our videos and enjoying them. Please leave us some feedback by leaving a comment so we know that you're having a good time. And this video today is going to be on the milk carton holder, the milk carton with layers, and the mini coffee cup layers. So this is the milk carton holder, and you can see it's a holder. It could be used separately or along with the milk carton and the mini coffee cups. This is the holder and this is the handle. I'll have instructions on cutting that out. This is the milk carton with layers, and this does require a large machine because of the width here. It's about 7 inches, which would be wider than a small machine. I am working on a smaller version of it, which will be out next year, but for now you need a large die cutting machine to be able to cut that. But if you made it any smaller, the mini cartons would be so small that they'd be too tiny. So this is why it's that size, and we'll have instructions on cutting that out. This die here is the mini coffee cup wrapper and layer, and it wraps around a mini coffee cup. This is the wrapper. This is the layer that goes underneath it. The wrapper is a little bit longer, so when you wrap it around, let me show you. It doesn't end, it just wraps around, makes it look a little bit better. So that's why that's a little bit longer, and we'll show you how to cut that out as well. So let's get started. These dies can all be used separately or can be used together to make a wonderful gift. So the first thing you'll do is you'll cut the milk carton holder. This is the holder. I've got my adhesive on there. I'm going to put the layers on there. This is the long layer. These are the short layers. Here we have the holder. I left this one blank because it'll be in the back. You could actually have one holder, or you could put two together, which I'll show you later. The paper I'm using for my project is called Holly Jolly Collection. Next I have my milk carton all cut out, and I'm going to put all the layers on it now. Okay, there you go. I have all my layers on. Now we're going to fold it on all the scores. This one goes forward. The top goes backwards. Now for these little pieces, I'm just going to bend them, the little triangle areas. Okay, everything looks good. Fold it here. A lot of people like to do things up in the air. I like to lay it flat on the table, so I feel like I get it lined up better. Okay, looks like that. And then that closes, and that makes everything stay nice and flat. Now, when you get to this part, you just squeeze it together, and everyone says, what do? Do you close it? Do you seal it? Do you glue it? It depends on what you want. If you don't mind it being ripped open when your recipient receives it, then you could glue it closed. I always glue them closed just because we use them for show samples. But you could also use the little clip, the pretty clip, if they have colors on them, those little metal clips, jaws, whatever they're called. So anyway, I'm going to put tape on mine to keep it closed, but just so you know, you could close it any way you like. So here's where I added my squirt tape, back here, and a little piece on each side. And there you go. Next, I'm just going to decorate my carton. I have a poinsettia and 2 leaves. And I'm going to glue them on just so they look just like that. Of course, you can add any kind of decorations you like. So I'm going to do that now. And there you go. There's 2 of the milk cartons. So now we have the handle. This is the handle base, and this is the handle layer. One is big and one is small. And you also have 2 oblongs. You have a large one and a small one. So first you're going to do is cut out the layer. So I like to use a little grid. So I'm going to show you how I set it up on the grid. Then I'm going to tape that down so it doesn't move around. Get it nice and straight. Then I'm going to take the large die, the large oblong die. I'm going to center that inside. Make sure it looks like it's right in the center. I'll tape that one down. And that'll die cut my layer with the larger opening, which will look like this. So then you lift that up and you take the larger die. You're going to lay this down flat, your layer. Then you put your large die around it and center it. The reason you're doing this is so that your holes, your oblong holes and your layers are going to line up so that they're even and they look great, and otherwise you'll never be able to guess it. So then you take the smaller oblong, I can pick it up, like here, center that inside, and you add your tape to that, and that holds it in place. So then when it comes out, it'll be cut like this. And then you'll have your layer and your base. And when you put them together, everything lines up good, nice. There's other instructions inside the packaging. I'll show you. We have instructions in here. They're a little bit different. Each way works great. So I thought I'd show you that way, and the other instructions are inside. So there we have it. We'll put that together. Let me move this out of the way. Guess that I have a tripod and a camera in front of me, so I'm leaning over, doing the best I can, lining up. All right. So there we have it. And on the back, you're going to mark a little area inside your holder. So you know that's all the adhesive you need. You don't want to go any higher. So I'm going to put it to here. You could do it in pencil and erase it if you want. I put there so you could see it. I'll line that up in there. And you have your little holder. You could also put another one on the back if you didn't like it being plain. You could put another one on the back or cut out another layer to put on the back. There you go. So I'm going to put my milk cartons inside, and that's just so adorable. Another option is to make 2 holders, and then you glue these together. When you glue them together, let me see if it'll line up. You could also use one of your long layers so it looks a little bit more seamless. And that could go right there. So separate or together. I'm going to fill this half up with coffee cups. I'll show you that next. So here we have the wrapper and the layer for the wrapper. Let's put those together. Okay. I'm going to start it on one side. Keep it even. And like I said, there's a little bit of an overhang. So when you wrap it around, you have a little extra. I'm going to take my scissors and I want to gently curve it a little. So when you put it on, it's harder to curve because I already have my score tape on, but usually you could just pull it a little bit. I'll just show you how, and then it rounds. Okay, let me grab my cup and take the adhesive off. Okay, so I've taken all our adhesive off, and you could either center it this way or put it in the back and have the fronts meet. I'm going to do mine so it meets in the back. So I'm going to start about right here. I'm going to wrap it. Keep that side up a little bit. There you go. I've already got my top done. Made a little poinsettia for that. A couple circles. We do sell the mini cups on the website. If you need a large supply, you just go to Amazon and look up mini coffee cup. There we go. So now you have 2 mini coffee cups. Let me show you some other ones. This one, Lisa wrapped it all the way around, and in the front where it met, she added her decorations. Same as this one. That way you wouldn't see the seam. She put it in front. But I was going to decorate the lid, so I wrapped mine around the back. So now I take my other holder, put my little coffee cups in there. Then I'm going to join these with adhesive. And then I have a double. So I'll do that. Usually if you know that ahead of time, you would put the adhesive on. Okay, so I'm going to start at the tops, line the tops up. When I made these, I cut the handles out at the same time, so the handles line up as well. So those are together. You get one on one side. And there you go. And you could decorate it further if you want to decorate the handle or put little things on the front or the sides. Okay, I'm going to show you some samples of some other milk carton holders that we have. See, these are the little clips I was talking about that hold them together. Papers match. Poinsettias, pretty. Here's another single. Decorated with a little bit of bling, some stars. Another beautiful one, that's a single. See, just the milk cartons low and be a wonderful little gift. She decorated the back on this one. Here's one, Merry Christmas. This is the paper that was released when these came out. Lisa made this one the double. She put little verses on all the cups. Life happens, coffee helps. Beautiful little coffee gift with the little coffee cups for a coffee friend. Here's another one. This one coordinates with some other projects I showed you earlier with the paper. I added some flowers, a little bit of glitter inside. Just one by itself. You could just use these as little gifts, and you could coordinate it with some other products. So you can mix and match all kinds of products. Thanks so much for joining us.